If you're into the Dewalt platform or you just like Dewalt tools, you probably noticed the last couple years they've really been hitting the audio side of things. And what I'm talking about is something like this and a few other ones that I'm going to show you today, but this is their Neckband, and you can take phone calls with it, you can listen to music with it. A lot of different functions when it comes to this audio system here. And in today's video, I have a few different types of these audio systems that Dewalt came out with. And I'm going to talk to you about why you might really like one and why you might really not like one. Basically, which one's going to work best for you. Now, before I show you these, I want to let you know that the reason why a lot of people get into something like this instead of like a Samsung or an Earbud is because they're built a little bit more heavy duty than that. They might not sound as good as a Samsung or a Sony or whatever you're listening to, a JBL. I don't know. I'm just saying that they're built better and they're for job sites, construction sites, or somebody that's a little bit rougher on their equipment. So that's why somebody would go with something like this. And even though they don't sound as good, they still sound pretty freaking good. So as mentioned, we're going to start out with the Neckband first, and this is the Neckband audio system. They have a couple different models of this. You can get this in black or you can get it in yellow. This one right here is the Mac Daddy. This has all the features. You're going to pay a little bit more money for this. And by the way, I'll leave everything in the shopping cart attached to this video if you want to check these out. And then you have another model that's a little bit cheaper. You can get those in black and yellow as well, but they don't have all the functionalities to it. The model I'm holding here, you got speakers on the outside. You can listen to them right here. You have the track. You got the EQ mode. You can skip tracks, rewind tracks. You can take calls, hang up calls, volume buttons, all kind of different things. They're a little bit thicker compared to the other model, but these work really, really well. Now, I want to start off by saying people absolutely love these things. I am not one of those people. And it's not because they don't sound good. It's not because they don't work good. It's because, well, it's a neckband. Now you can see on my man neck, it's curved and it fits pretty good right here. This one here doesn't give me as much issue compared to the cheaper model, the smaller model. But what I've noticed is with these, and I've actually given these to my son, he wrestles and he loves these when he's going out on the mat, or before he's going out on the mat, he listens to his music. It's nice, he doesn't have to worry about these things falling out of his ear, he just walks around with them. But when you're talking about sports or you're talking about working outside or in a hot area, now you're talking about sweat. And what I've noticed about this is that it makes my neck sticky, it makes my neck icky. Again, when it's really hot, well, I start sweating underneath this thing. And it doesn't matter if you have the smaller or less expensive model or the more expensive model, it's still gonna start sweating underneath. I start getting a rash. So I notice with the smaller unit, because it's a little bit tighter, when I turn, it gives me more issue and it kind of pulls on these and wants to like rip them out. So I'm not a fan of these like I am with something like this. Now, this was one of my favorite speakers for years, and you see me wearing this in a lot of different videos. And just like the neckband I was talking about, there's a couple different versions of this. You can go with the yellow and black. Looks like my Steelers right here. Or you could just go all black. This is more of like a limited edition. They still have them for sale, but they're a little bit harder to find than something like this. Now, what I love about this is that you can wear this a couple different ways. If I wanted to, I could put it up on the brim of my hat, like such. If I wanted to stick it down on my shirt, like such, I could. They even come with magnets on the back, so now you don't have to clip it to anything. You can just put the magnet on and it'll attach to your shirt, your jacket, or whatever you're wearing. Hell, you can put it on your tool bag if you want. Now, what's really nice about these is that if you're working on a site and your boss just doesn't allow you to wear the earbuds, well, you don't have to worry about sticking anything in your ear with this. This is a wearable speaker. And you have all the same functions basically that you would with the neckband. You can answer phone calls, you can hang up, you can play music, skip music. And of course, it doesn't sound as good because it's not in your ear. It's going to be an open speaker. I've never had anybody on the other end of the line saying, wow, your phone sounds like crap when I'm talking on this. And that's much safer on the work site, or if you're just out doing something else and you need to be able to hear the surrounding area. But that also leads it to the downfall for this is that when you're wearing something like this, everybody is going to hear what is going on or what's coming out of your phone when you're wearing it. So if you're somebody who wants to jam out on music and you have a bunch of other people around you, or you're taking a serious phone call where you just don't want other people around you hearing that phone call, this might not be for you. However, if you're somebody that just don't give a crap, well, the wearable speaker is also real nice, like, because again, these are all water and dust resistant. They got the rubber overmold over here. It's going to make this thing a lot more rugged on those sites compared to, well, not this. And the other nice thing about this, and the other ones I'm going to show you after this, is that it does not make my neck sticky nor icky. And that's real nice like. Now, the next one up is this one right here. Now, just like the previous ones, this has a couple different versions as well. This one here is the less expensive one. This one, well, these ones are the more expensive ones. So let's talk about the one in the black case first. These are pretty cool. They sound okay. There's functionality to it. So again, you can skip calls, you can take calls, you can answer calls, hang up on calls, you can fetch. I think that's the same thing. Turn the volume up, skip songs, do whatever you need to do with these, and they sound okay. They come in this rechargeable case. So what's nice about this is that these earbuds have a battery inside them. So you're able to put these in your ear, walk around with them, pair them up with your phone, which by the way, all of these pair very quick, very easy. But when you're done using them, you can put them back in this case where it will recharge the earbuds. Now, I'm not really sure how well you can see it, but there's a couple different lights flashing in here, and that'll tell you whether or not it's paired, whether or not it's dying, it needs recharge, whatever. And just like on this box right here, there's a couple lights, there's 4 actually, and that'll tell you how much charge you have left. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 lights. 1 light, your charge is very low. 4 lights, well, your charge is really high. But this one here was my favorite, the yellow one. I have a full video on this. I'll try to put it at the end of this video. You were able to adjust the volume with the knob up on top. It had the active passive hearing on there, so you could also hear the surroundings going on around you while you were listening to your music. It really, really did a great job. But there's a reason why I say it did a great job instead of it does a great job. And that's because I was using these on my bike one day. I was out on the path and I stopped at a little 7-Eleven. I left the charging case in my bag that was sort of sticking up. I locked the bike up. Somebody actually came and stole the case. I had these in my ear, and now I can't use these because I can't charge them up. I need that case, and that is a complete bummer. Some a-hole thief, they stole my case, and I just could not bring myself to throwing these out because I love them so much. So if you are deciding whether or not you should go with this type of earbud or the one in the black case, me personally, I love this one. It has way more features. It just sounds great. And I love them. They didn't fall on my ear. I would go with the yellow. But that said, the Mac Daddy, I think is this one right here. So sort of the same design going on over here. You got the rechargeable case, but these are a little bit different than what we just looked at. Now, these might look like regular earbuds to you. However, they don't go in your ear hole. Now, you see what's cool about these is it's got this little rubber overmold, and instead of putting these in your ear, they just set on top of your ear, and the vibration in the speaker will give you enough sound that you're able to pick up your telephone calls, hang up, skip songs, rewind songs, whatever you need to do, you can do them from these headphones right here. Now, there is a reason why I absolutely love these things compared to all the other. However, there is a downside that I need to talk about. So as mentioned, the number one reason I love these is because, again, I don't have to worry about these things not fitting in my ear right. I don't have to worry about the internals getting all gunked up with my ear jam. Nasty but true. I don't have to worry about them falling off. They set securely on the ear hole. Water dust resistant, and I've never heard anybody complaining saying these didn't sound good when I had these connected to my phone and was using them to talk to somebody. And the other really nice thing about these, again, is they are dust and water resistant, so they're able to hold up on the job site a little bit better than a lot of different headphones out on the market. Now, as much as I absolutely love these and they're so easy to use, you just put them in your ear and then you just go, well, there is a downside to this. Now, even if I am wearing safety glasses, the safety glasses will go over top of these and they will rest on top. However, it's a little bit more awkward than if you were to just have a normal earbud in your ear. The other thing I want to point out is that they absolutely do not sound as good as a normal earbud because they don't actually go inside the ear hole. They rest up on top. And what I mean by that, it's not that you're not going to be able to hear phone calls. You're going to hear them fine. You're going to be able to hear music fine. But if you want some bass, you want some crisp, this is not going to do that for you. These are just there to listen to some music, but you're still able to hear the surrounding areas because they're not blocking off the ear holes. But they're just not going to have the oomph that a lot of these and other earbuds will have. However, because they are so easy to use, I just pop them on my ear. I don't have to worry about cramming them in and twisting, making sure they're sitting in there correctly. I love these freaking things. So much so that my beloved wearable speaker, I really don't wear it. I don't need it. I can take my phone call, I can hit the button, I can skip songs with this, I can do everything I can do with the other ones. I don't have to worry about it being sticky icky on my neck. They just did a really good job with these. But mentioned in the beginning of the video, some of these are going to do better at some things than the others will. If you want something that's just able to be worn and you're not worried about the best sound in the world, but you want to be able to take phone calls, you just want to be able to press a button and start talking, but you're not worried about other people hearing you, then go with the wearable speaker. It's pretty cheap and it does a really good job. If you want something with a little bit more privacy and you want a little bit better sound quality, then I would go with something like these here because that's going to offer that to you. But if you're really not worried about the sound quality, but you just want to be able to take phone calls and listen to some music in the background and just sort of get through your day, these are the way to go. I love these. And if you're somebody that doesn't care that these are going to give you the sticky, icky neck, well then wear these because again, people love the neck bands as well.